What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here in the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of MLB and NFL. Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. It was an awesome NFL Sunday. Well, awesome's overextending it a little bit. It was profitable, and that's just barely profitable. And week one, if you can get out of that alive, well, you're probably in a good spot. We learned a ton of information. Feel like we got our money in good in a lot of spots. There were a couple that were a little bit iffy there. Christian McCaffrey, way healthier than anybody could have anticipated. Not sure if that was just a little gamesmanship or what, but 22 carries later. Hi, how are you this fine day? We got to see in that same game, Zach Charbonnet play over Kenneth Walker. And again, had them parlayed into one thing for a half unit. So didn't end up being a disaster, but overall, felt good about NFL Sunday and some of the reads and plays, specifically Derrick Henry in the late cap. That was very, very nice. Jatavian Sanders getting there for the people. That was nice. We had so many great opportunities to just smash the slate out of control. But overall, fairly profitable, and I'm all right with that. Hopefully you are too. 1-1-1 on this video, and with CeeDee Lamb being plus money there on Thursday Night Football, Friday Night Football, we didn't get Hampton in the end zone, even though he was the bell cow back. And then into NFL Sunday, 1-1-1 on the Sunday show. I'm all right with that. I will survive. And then Sunday, we end up getting one of our 2 home runs plays. My only 2. I don't know why I used those fingers. 2 home runs that I ended up betting and 2 bets overall in the MLB streets on Sunday. Gavin Sheets goes yard nearly plus 500. So almost a unit there overall in the premium Discord, which is the last day to take advantage of this. So if you're looking to jump in and kick it or ticket, see your seatbelt fastened, trunk rattling, you probably know that one. Outcast. I like the way you move. But 50% off the weekly for $10. Monthly, $25 using promo code TailsLindy. The last day is Monday at kickoff. Monday night. This goes away forever. Forever. I didn't plan that, but that was more Outcast for the people. There's also this. Be like Lindy, join Tails today. If you want to provide place to the people, if you think you want to do what I do, or you can do what I do, well, shout out you. I've been here for a while. I will continue to be here. But you know what else? I'd love to see you here too. Be like Lindy. I'm so lucky and so blessed to have so many sharp people that I'm able to tail on a day in, day out basis, add more money to my pocketbook over at Tails. Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe you have a UFC thing that you're really, really down with. Maybe foosball, wretched game is more of your style, although I never bet on that in my life. Table tennis, high pandemic. How are you this fine day? But be like Lindy, join Tails today. Would love to see you there. But we got 11 MLB games, 1 NFL game. Check that out in the video description box below as we get to the leans first. Let's party. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell as we start talking through home runs. 4 of them in a box. Now, what I've realized is that I have way more power than I think I do at times, and that is just ridiculous. How many 3 and 4 home run parlays I see here. And I'm not doing this to joke around. I'm not throwing all 4 of these on your screen as like, oh, Eric's goofing off and saying that, this is just what it is. And, oh, he's trying to like be dramatic. He's so dramatic. No, Slade Ciccone sucks. And I look at Vinny Pasquantino on the other side, and I think that that's advantageous, but it's price and probability. And we're talking about Progressive Field. This is a awesome ballpark for left-handed power. So Vinny Pasquantino, talked about him for Slade Ciccone. The numbers kind of reflected. And at open, Jose Ramirez and Kyle Manzardo look a little bit more advantageous against Ryan Berger. Nothing that I want to get crazy with right now, but it's on the back burner. Just know Slade Ciccone on the other side, 13.1% barrel percentage. It looks atrocious. Everybody who's left-handed, all like 3 of them, Michael Massey, Mike Yastrzemski, Vinny Pasquantino, depending on the day, Kyle Isbell. There's that too. Oh yeah, Adam Frazier too, who went yard at like plus 1250 the other day. I was like, Friday? Ridiculous stuff. But Jose Ramirez, he's popping like crazy. Crazy. Anyway, Ohtani's also not the right guy in this corner. That's not who it's supposed to be. I don't have time to go back and redo this graphic, but you're going to have to listen very, very closely because we're going to talk about Ohtani later. Jansen Junk is on the mound. Cade Cavalli on the other side. This is James Wood that I'm paying attention to here. Miami is not a good ballpark for lefty power, but the thing is, Jansen Junk has just a 17.2% K rate. and a 2.8% walk rate. The main thing that keeps you from hitting some of these James Wood deals is him striking out or walking a masterclass at the time. I mean, we're talking his walk rate, 12.6%. That is second amongst leadoff hitters who have seen at least 150 at-bats this season from the leadoff spot. And James Wood also, 31.5% K rate. That is the third highest than we see over the course of any sample size for somebody who's had at least 150 at-bats. StatMuse is fun from time to time. I wanted to look at that. But anyway, Ramirez, Wood, PCA. And I'm sure everybody is sick of PCA at this point. But here's the problem. We're still up a lot of money betting him on the year. And I know it's been an awful month. And out of the middle of nowhere, it was like 3 weeks of being like, I can't bet him. He's plus 220. Can't bet him. He's plus 280. Can't bet him. He's plus 320. Now he's pushing plus 400 and up. And he's batting cleanup in the absence of Kyle Tucker. I think it's one of those you sit, wait, wish, and you hope that he continues to bat cleanup. You snipe something better than plus 425, and you move on with your day because he is still that talented dude, even if he's fighting demons or whatever the hell. It's Bryce Elder on the other side of this one. Shota Imanaga is actually pitching for the Cubs, and you probably know by now. I don't like Shota Imanaga as much as the field does, or as much as the market does, or as much as anybody does. Just talking DFS and betting simultaneously. It's all right. Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Texas Rangers here, and randomly, Andrew Vaughn ended up on the Milwaukee Brewers, and boy, has that been revelatory for them. Now, this is an awesome spot as far as the opposing pitcher, and Jacob Latz, 43.7% hard hit, gives up 17.3 degree average launch angle, and his changeup doesn't really work to righties. It's got to be four-seam or slider. That's basically what you're looking at Vaughn shoving up your eye hole. So, Ramirez, Wood, PCA, Vaughn. I think all of them at open at the sportsbooks are kind of in play as is. Haven't bet them yet, which is why they're in the lean category. But I'd be shocked if at least two of those four did not show up for tomorrow, purely because posted some stuff, took a look at some exchanges, which is a fantastic thing you should be taking advantage of on a day in, day out basis. And if one of those gets sniped, it'll be on Lindy's long balls here on the Stokastic. Well, no, we're on the Odd Chapter YouTube channel, covering everything in the home run department for you. And over on X, Lindy's long balls, that thread, it's up over 18 units now on the season. So pretty good, pretty good. Unit tracking it in front of your face. Everybody's like, oh, your record sucks. Yeah, home run records. Bro, let's learn math one day. Seattle taking on St. Louis, and this one made me mad. Jacob, Sportside Jacob. Come on, buddy. You're supposed to just co-sign what I say. That hurt my feelings. I wanted to bet Seattle on the run line. My math doesn't like Seattle -1 right now, and I know Seattle -1 has been like an advantageous, like the -1s in general, and we're going to talk about one that I did bet on this program, but just can't get there right now against Miles Michaelis. The prices are kind of efficient on the one. They're not as efficient on 1.5, but the ballpark, that being T-Mobile, that being the former Safeco, it is so difficult to get there on the run line. And well, I'm 0-1 betting it this year, so probably staying away in some capacity, some way, shape, or form. Cincy taking on San Diego in this one, Yu Darvish versus Nick Lodolo, and Yu Darvish just looked a lot better. A little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. I'll head to the crib in a little bit. I can show you how I live in a little bit while Yu Darvish continues to figure his stuff out to some extent. He's down to a 220 expected batting average, 34% hard hit. And if it wasn't for like evisceration once he just came off the IL, we'd be talking about him in a little bit of a different light. New light, John Mayer. It's a banger. Arizona taking on San Francisco. I hate this ballpark. You've probably seen, I don't have a ton of bets in San Francisco ever. It's just an awful spot to try to project games. Although Joe Boyle, I hate you. Joe Boyle does not rule, and that's why he's in AAA. Arizona money line in that one, purely because give me something small in terms of like plus money on the other side. And Chris Matt, he's been all right. Logan Webb, we kind of know who he is, but the prices are already there for him. So give me the plus money side of Arizona, if anything. As for the last one, this is generally a ballpark we love, one we've gone into a lot this season and made a lot of money. Now, the prices have caught up at this point in time to some extent, although Oakland just went berserk, or Sacramento just went berserk, or what is it? Just the Athletics. Oakland for now. The Athletics, just saying. During stolen base on the other side, we got Morales versus Garrett Crochet coming off the worst outing you could ever imagine in a million years. Him and Tarek Skubal. They ended up nearly identical odds there in the Cy Young department, and now it shifted wildly back in Skubal's direction after that evisceration for Crochet. But during stolen base, also his home run, better than plus 425, plus 430. I think that these are all things that are in play. Morales, it's been all right. I expect a little bit of negative regression. I'll get into some more of that tomorrow on the Stochastic YouTube channel, talking a little fantasy. But as I said, I'm feeling 100%. Maybe I didn't say that on the onset. You could probably hear it in my voice. Be like Lindy Join Tails today. We talked about that. And last day, 50% off. $10 for the weekly, $25 for the monthly. NFL, MLB, all the goodness. Pick 'em and sports books. Let's get to the picks, shall we? Bingo, bongo, bungo. Oh, forgot to throw this in as well. Get 30% off any NFL monthly package over at Stochastic. For the DFS side, Lindy 30. It's Lindy 30. Would love to have you guys there. All right, now let's get to the plays. Cool. The Mets taking on Philly. I'll talk about that between this and NFL as well. That's it. No more talking. This is already behind my head. Tails Lindy. Mets taking on Philly in this spot. And Aaron Nola. Yeah, it's not been good. 4 outings. Pretty much everything I'm looking at is just like he's washed. 349 xWOBA, 277 expected batting average. But we kind of said that, and we're quick to judge Yu Darvish, and he's come back to life. Wake me up inside, Evanescence style. But Philly, on the other side, friends, or, who are they taking on? Well, Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean has been incredible. 301 expected slugging, 252 xWOBA, ground ball contact, 66.1% ground ball percentage is ridiculous. And then the strikeout stuff, which I expected to come down, and the walk rate to come up, because he had walks in AAA. Somehow he couldn't walk Colt Keith and Gleyber Torres. Yeah, I'm betting everything I'm talking about all the time. Only the Discord knows what I'm talking about. But we've got ourselves a really nice spot for that -1 I spoke of. Plus 105 there on the Mets side. You give me plus money here on the -1. Happy to lay it against Nola in an advantageous hitter's park. And obviously, the lefties on the other side get to hit from there too. But if Nolan McLean keeps this ground ball stuff up, and Trey Turner now on the back burner, whoo, darling, we got to feel pretty good. Yeah, Trey Turner got hurt, for those who don't know. Metsies, plus 105. Play number 2. The Minnesota Twins taking on the Angels, and it's actually play number 2 and 3 because the break evens on these are so damn short. I don't even have words for it. We've got Woods Richardson taking on Caden Dana. Now, Caden Dana, 92 exit velocity. Now, 90 is already bad. 91 would be even worse. And 92, well, that's just math. He's getting really hit up right now. Only a 40% hard hit, but you look at some of the other metrics, it's a 40% pull percentage. It's about league average, but this is a ballpark in Anaheim that is very good for lefty power. We saw that with Shohei Ohtani. We saw with Cole Calhoun, for those who remember. But the line came from that upper edge all the way down to the middle of the wall, and it got brought in a tiny bit from the pole 3 years ago. Since that happened, we've seen this be an advantageous hitter's park, especially from the left side. You play to win the game, duh. Well, who do the Twins have coming in from the left side? Well, Woods Richardson sucks himself, and don't worry about some righties, I suppose, for the Angels, because some of the lefties, well, they don't exist. They do exist. The M&M's commercial. But Matt Wallner plus Cody Clemens. This one's just too good to pass up for me. Both of these guys, crazy, outrageous, silly power. North of 47% hard hits. Both 21 and 16-degree launch angles, respectively. That's Wallner, the first one. Cody Clemens, the second one. Just telling you, both their break evens are inside of plus 300. I think you can fire up both of them, maybe even a little parlay, because I know how you do things. I'm watching. Always looking, always watching. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. All right. Some people don't know what I'm talking about, but NAs. We don't even have a number here because it's Chase Dollander versus question mark. Now, Baltimore, this is the weirdest series that I've ever seen. The Dodgers, they found their shit together on Sunday. So shout out them for at least fixing and rectifying some of it. But the Yoshi Nobu Yamamoto. That's where my brain was going. I'm losing my voice. We've got ourselves the Dodgers. They went 8 2/3 of no-hit ball. He then gives up the homer to Jackson Holiday, and you probably saw on SportsCenter, they score 3 respectively, and it's a disaster. And here we are talking about the Dodgers' shortcomings. But they at least fixed a lot of their issues coming up on Sunday, and that was with a double-dong situation from Shohei Ohtani. He's north of the 50 spot now. He's going completely ballistic. His numbers don't even make sense this year. And now he's also one of the top 5 pitchers in baseball when healthy and ready to rock. Even though they couldn't win with him on the mound, even though he was like 1-0 and then they gave up 2. That was kind of the name of the series there against Baltimore. But friends, oh friends, oh friends, we probably can't bet 1 home run for Shohei. Lean, like, I had to figure out how to do that and get the other one in there at the same time. It's not that hard. I'm just an idiot. Shohei Ohtani, 2+ home runs, better than plus 950. Better than plus 950. If it's not there, don't bet it. But we're still waiting for numbers. Chase Dollander, north of a 230 expected ISO. I just don't see him surviving in the warm LA night. Alrighty, y'all. One more time for the people in the back. Be like Lindy. Join Tails today. Would love to see you there. Wouldn't you like to come kick it? I would love to see you there. I want to tail your stuff. If you're good. If you suck, I'll just be like one of those trolls on YouTube. We've never found those. Guys, I don't want to talk about this game. My Minnesota Vikings taking on not the Chargers. God, who did these graphics? I don't know why it doesn't say Chicago. I saved the wrong one. Does this one say it? Nope, it doesn't. Cool. Aaron Jones, timeshare between Jordan Mason and him. Got to keep him healthy. Darisaw, questionable with the hamstring. We'll find out what's going on there. JJ McCarthy, is he good or not? I don't know. Ben Johnson, confirmed missed in Detroit today. Let's see. Can I do this in short form? That'd be fun. Colston Loveland, no love lost in the marketplace. 28.5 plus 100 is where I was able to bet this. What? Why? He's very good at football. Michigan couldn't do jack diddly squat without him. You can bet him for 30 plus at plus money. Do that. Don't make me talk about JJ McCarthy. Guys, I'm really terrified about my Minnesota Vikings. They're going to suck, aren't they? We're going to get bludgeoned by Ben Johnson. He's going to run like trick plays right up our rectum, isn't he? Yeah. And that does it for another edition of MLB and NFL Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays that exist on this lovely 11-game MLB slate and 1-game NFL slate that I just can't even get myself to do. Colston Loveland is way underpriced. He's so good. Cole Kmet ain't it. Skol? My shoulder's just cracked. I'm getting old. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Hopefully you had a great NFL Sunday. Let's get ourselves in the MLB win column here early on Monday. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB and NFL streets on Monday night. We'll see you then. Bye.